Hey guys, we're our last transmission. I'm Neil Silverstone. I'm the singer and guitarist.
I'm Keith Imperati. I'm back vocals and drums.
I'm Ryan Holbrick and I play bass.
Hey, live for today. That's what they say. When stars start to fade, the memory remains. The lights start to dim, and the holiest will sing. To heaven, to all this, to live through the cold. Rising up, drowning up, we will not die. Memories washed down to the sea, till the angels set them free. Voices fire in the sky, cry, sing, we are one, we will not. Skies burn to go blank, history sank, and we once were told that lives can't be sold. Shadows grow old, our hearts can't grow cold. To fight and be bold is to live with a soul. Rising up, drowning, we will not die. Memories washed down to the sea, till the angels set them free. Voices fire in the sky, cry, sing out. We are one, we will not die. Memories washed out to the sea, till the angels set them free. Voices fire in the sky, cry, sing out. We are like the ocean, till the angels fall from grace. Fire in the sky, cry, sing out. We are one, we will not die.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, I'll never stop to breathe. I close my eyes and I get lost in time. Till we gotta turn around, walk the fuck away. What a mess, I admit it, I can't run away. I hope the bridge I burn can light my way. So what? Who cares? I can't do this on my own. Cold hearts won't do if you change the world. Days gone by, I will walk. Days gone by, I'll walk alone. The fearless die in vain. They fall like rising saints. My friends, they tell me that I'm still the same. These demons find you in the night. They kick and scream and bite. I pay for all of my mistakes.
about the songs that we just sang actually before, and they're all of our brand new album that's coming out in 2016. It's called The Brave Unknown. The first song is called WTC, and of course when you hear that you always think of the World Trade Center. Everyone talks about WTC, but the actual meaning behind WTC had to do, it's actually an acronym for Walk the City, and it came from it was based off a tragedy or a disaster that happened overseas, revolving a flood and a nuclear power plant accident actually that happened over in Japan, and it was so bad that it flooded into the place they call it was Iwaki City, and that's what the term "Walk the City" comes from. It's actually a Japanese meaning for that. Everybody has their own interpretations of the song, but that was the one that probably holds a lot of meaning for me. I was on a plane about a couple of years ago, and I'm reading an editorial piece in the New York Times about a woman who was trying to reach out to see if her father was still alive, actually, and she hadn't made any contact whatsoever. And when you're reading this, you're kind of you start to feel like, oh my God, this sense of where is everything going in my life? I've just potentially lost my family, and what does that mean for me? And it's a very I think the song tries to invoke that feeling of, look, live for today. It's very important. It's not, we don't have a lot of time on this planet. Life is short. So it's a very important song, and it's not just about, hey, we're rocking out, or we're trying to be this specific rock band to, play hard rock tunes. It's that this song was probably the first song that we actually wrote together as a band. And I knew we've been together for about 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
5 years now. So it's definitely a very important piece for us, and that's why we chose that as the first song. So
That's one of those songs that when we wrote it, it has just gone through so many transitions over the years for us that just holds true to everything that we are writing about and for, holding on today, living for today, and just keep going through it. So that's good.
The next song that we played was called Walk Alone. And then, just like the other songs, it was also a transition, a song that went through a boatload of transitions as well. As you progress as a band, you start to mature and change and evolve, and that song has probably had the biggest evolution out of any song that we wrote. The song is pretty straightforward. It's about being on your own and living through, getting through the day. The bridge talks about, raise your glass, you've made it through another day. And it's truly where the whole spirit of the song lies. So, like I said, when we wrote it, it was a completely different version. There was a lot more angst in it. There was a lot more, distortion in the gain in the guitars.
It was just angrier.
It was a lot more angrier. And we kind of backed off that, and we let the vocals really be the center of it. And there's a lot of great harmonies. When you hear it on the album, it's probably the most polished, most fantastic song that's on the record that's coming out. You definitely should check it out. I don't even know if you want to add anything to that.
You got this.
You said it all.
The last song that we chose as a cover was "Everyone Wants to Rule the World" by Tears for Fears. That song, for me, and I'll let these guys talk because everybody has a different meaning. Everybody has a different interpretation of the song, what it means for them. But for me, that was probably one of the most influencing songs of my era, at least in era. When I say era, I mean, back in the 80s, growing up, and that probably the whole feel, the guitars, the synth, all the background noise, the vocals, all those pieces coming together. Welcome to Your Life. It's such a huge part, at least for me, and in, influencing, in terms of playing music. So I don't know if you guys had anything different on that, but I know it's different for everybody.
I play because you asked me to.
I paid him. I paid him to be here, actually. He's a hired gun. He's not even really
It's
here.
a lie.
So.
Well, there's a lot of different processes in our songwriting. It's not straightforward at all.
No,
It will sometimes it'll be, hey, we're getting together on Sunday, and all of a sudden he comes with 3 notes and we write a song from it. Or I'll be thinking of something and I'll write some lyrics down. I'll be like, hey, I got this idea, guys, let's take a look at it, and we'll just start playing and see what comes of it. And some songs we write in a day, some songs we've written in 3 years. Like it's very different.
There's a lot of there's a lot of evolution to the songs that we've written over the last couple of years. On this album, we have 10 tracks on here that some of them have been written from the beginning, like Walk the City, and then there's some of the newer songs like Blood Red Moon that are a little bit more, even more raw, emotional, that really come out of the album very nicely. They mix very well together. But just the songwriting process in general, we'll have things that we bring to the table, and I might look at Ryan and he'll be like, no, yes, this doesn't work, this definitely works. It's sort of like, I guess that's sort of the benefits of being a 3-piece band, is that...
Yeah, there's always a tiebreaker.
There's always a tiebreaker, but at the same respect, there's not as many heads collaborating. Like, we're fortunate enough as a band where we all share the same genre, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Liking of, love of genre of rock music. So it definitely helps the writing process, and it definitely comes out. When you have guitar, bass, and drums, it's a 3-piece band is the most stripped down raw thing you can get.
Yeah.
So,
and I think also when somebody comes up with an idea, we're all willing to try out anything and test it out.
Yeah. We started with dance music and it just didn't work, so we scrapped it.
Yeah, fortunately our rap career isn't going to go very far.
No. Passion,
right.
We put a lot of effort into this album. We've been recording it for almost 3 years. We put a lot into it, and it's just all about the passion that we did put, like recording and writing the music and getting them to where we wanted them to be, and getting a product like that.
I think the fact that when you hear the album, you can hear the intensity, you can hear the pieces that are passionate, like he was saying. Those parts of it definitely come out. We want our fans to at least enjoy. I think the idea is that rock has changed over the years. We've seen like a lot of whether it's grunge and then grunge moved to new metal, and in some way, shape, or form, production got more clean as digital music came into the forefront of things, and now you have this sort of identity crisis going on in rock music and in pop music, all music actually. So I think what we try to do, what we want our fans to experience is, this is what it is, stripped down. Rock music, here it is, guitar, bass, and drums. There's no synth. I mean, look, we've worked and we experiment with different sounds, but you're never going to see us like have a synth player in the back, We're not that kind of band. I don't think we'll ever be. We're not Neon Trees. We're not meant to be anything like that. We're just meant to be an overall energetic, passionate band that loves to write rock music. So that's what we want our fans to really experience. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/OurLastTransmission. You can find us also on Instagram on OurLastTrans.
We have a Twitter account, but don't find us there.
Yeah, actually, you'll find us on Twitter as Our Last Trans and Instagram on Instagram as Our Last Transmission. We have a brand new album coming out called The Brave Unknown. It's coming out in 2016, so please check us out. We're really excited, and we'll be seeing you guys out on the road.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. That was great.
Cool.